3 weeks ago, we welcomed our baby girl into the world. We already had a toddler, a young boy, who was just a couple of days away from turning 3. And so now we've got a 22-day-old daughter and a 3-year-old boy. And truth be told, it's been very hard. And it's not like we didn't know that it wasn't going to be hard. But you don't know how hard it is until it actually happens, until you have to live out every single day of your life, to go through the challenges and the struggles. And I'm not saying it's all bad, but there are moments where there's bliss and joy. But I can tell you, it's been quite a hard journey. Even as a Christian, I constantly pray and try to reflect on my actions and my words and my attitude. And my 3-year-old, he hasn't made it very easy at all. And I can see that, and I know, and I've been told that someone in his position who's been all by himself for 3 years now has to share the limelight with another person, another baby. And there's jealousy and doesn't know how to handle it. And so most of the things that we have had to deal with him has been that, and getting sick and all these other traumas that is part of life. And I try not to hold it against him, but I'm sorry, I fail every single day, and I get angry and annoyed. And that's where the challenge comes in as a Christian, because I know what I'm called to be. I know what my flesh can do, which is my selfish side, which is I want him to listen, I want him to respect me, I want him to be quiet, I want him to just fall in line. But how can it happen with him when my mother tells me that when I was growing up and when my younger brother came into the world, it would seem that I used to tell visitors that my parents didn't care about me anymore, and it was all about that little boy, referring to my brother. So, if I struggled 30 years ago, 35, 36 years ago, then it's not anything new that my little boy is struggling with the new addition to our family. What's the point of me sharing all of this? Part of it is just honestly speaking my mind. And for dads out there who are expecting their second child in particular, and moms, I just want you to know that expect this jealousy to show up one way or another, and be ready to deal with it. In that, try to spend as much time as possible with your older child. Try to spend one-on-one time with your older child. Let them know that they're still important, that they're still loved and valuable. But don't make the mistake of giving too much attention and just pouring all your attention whenever possible on them, so that it can become an overkill as well. So my wife and I, we don't have it all together. We don't have a plan or a strategy, and we haven't mastered it. Every single day is a struggle, and is a journey, and is a there's discovery and there's learning involved, and we're just praying for grace and mercy and patience and love and everything else to flow not only in us but through us towards one another, which is my wife and I, as well as to our children, especially the older one. And it's not been easy. And even now, look, even as I am recording this, I can hear my little boy, who's been just put down for his afternoon nap, just, kind of talking and chatting and not necessarily resting like he should be, though we know he's tired and he's sick. So what I'm trying to say is expect challenges every single day. And when you have those moments where everything is going right, just enjoy it, and don't assume that it's going to be always like that. And enjoy that moment, and then look forward to the next one. But in between those moments in the valley where things are hard, where there's a lot of crying and shouting and no's and not listening and not being obedient, just hang in there. And for me personally, the challenge has been to not get angry and upset, and I'm not saying I've mastered that. I get angry, I get annoyed every single day, and I keep going back to the Lord to give me strength and give me the patience and the wisdom to not let my emotions get in the way. But it's not been easy. just one day at a time. And look, even now, even as I'm sitting here, even as I'm sharing all of this, it gives me a chance to reflect and make the decision, make a choice as to the person, the man, the husband, the father I should be, and not let my emotions get the better of me, and not let my wife's reactions and her tiredness and all the struggles that she's going through get the better of me. And we walk by faith, not by sight. So all the stuff that is going on around me, I shouldn't take it personally, although I do. And the learning bit is to let go and allow God to work in me and through me, and to keep my sanity in check through the Holy Spirit, and spend time in the Word, spend time in prayer, and keep asking God, keep asking the Lord to help me be Jesus to every single person in my household, and that is my wife and my little daughter and my young son. It's not much for a first podcast, but you know what, whatever, this is how I'm going to be, this is what I'm going to share. I'm just going to be raw about everything, and my prayer is that someone out there who's listening will get something out of it and be encouraged, and be prepared to face some of the challenges that lay ahead of them, or lies ahead of them rather, in terms of being parent for the second time, and being a father and a husband. Peace out.